Greetings, guys. This is Rady, and today I will be teaching you how to create the perfect character for your own beautiful story. Some of you may be wondering, why did you choose this type of music for your video? Won't it mean the video will be boring? No, I was intentional about choosing this type of music. Actually, this music relates much more to my character, and that's basically step number one. When drawing or designing your character's poses or stories or looks, it's mainly important to be able to feel that character rather than just seeing them. Visual appeal is much more visual and more appealing to the human eye when we can actually feel the character's story. Just like how hearing this music and seeing my character makes it all feel like one thing rather than just edited music into this drawing. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, like, even though when I drew this thing, I wasn't listening to the music actually. You can actually sense the music. It feels like one thing, like one art piece. And that's the main important thing about artworks like this, especially designing characters. What is the drive behind your character? For example, my character's name is Blade. Yes, it's BL4DE. And actually, this character is my own design, and his story is basically a really sad story, and I'm going to talk about it more around the end of the video. So, if you would like to hear his story, keep on watching until the end of the video. So, step number one of this lesson was to what? To design a story based on how the character is supposed to make the audience feel. You know how beautiful it is when you feel the character's pain, when your cartoon is able to make people feel the main character's pain as if it's their own, when his joy makes them joyful, when his pain makes them feel pain too, when his excitement makes them feel excited. That's how art should be. That's exactly my motivation to create art. It makes me feel joy when my certain character or my certain MC or whatever I'm designing makes people feel what I want it to feel. I can manipulate how people feel based on my character. Isn't that amazing? For example, my character, he has a very tragic origin story, and the reason behind why he's sitting like this. Some of you could be asking yourselves, why is he sitting like this in this place, looking like this, looking tired and sad and all? Which is exactly what I want you to think. Didn't you see how amazing it is that I was able to make you feel that just by designing him in a certain way? If you were to ask me, what is the main most important part about designing a character? I'd say the feeling. The way a certain character is supposed to make characters feel should be determined by you. And that's the main part of why artists have such an amazing reputation in art. For example, the Mona Lisa. The Mona Lisa may be a bit abstract. To me, obviously, it looks kind of weird. I wouldn't personally know why it was so famous, but I'd say it makes people feel the story behind her. You can see there's a lot more going on in that painting. Even though you can't fully understand what, you can actually see that there's something going on. And I'm trying to say is, designing your character should be the same. What you want your character to make people feel should be based on how he looks, what he does, how he talks, and all that. For example, look at this character, my character, simply. He looks simple, although his colors and all that feel kind of random to other people. You can actually see the pain behind his story, how his eyes make you feel that sadness, and how everything about him gives off that sad vibe, like something tragic happened to him or his loved ones, and seeing the train makes you also feel like he ran away from home. So what I'm trying to say is, make your character simplistic but unique, smart but not so complicated, perfect like having a deeper story behind him, but don't make it so deep that it confuses people. But I'd really like to see how much you guys have in mind, your ideas, everything you have in mind. that you can maybe share with us as the community. So I'm trying to start a community so we can start designing our own characters and stories. So if you'd like that to happen, please consider subscribing and checking out some of my other content. I'm still a growing artist too, but eventually I'll get better. So now let me tell you this guy's deeper story. In a quiet town that always felt too small for him, there lived a small boy who could write literally anything. When he wrote, things changed. If he wrote that the rain would fall gently, it did. If he wrote that the stray cat would find a home, by morning it had one. If he wrote that the moon shone brighter, the night would listen. He never told anyone though. Because when he got home, well, magic did not survive. His home was very loud, loud like thunder that turned into rain. Words slammed harder than doors. Plates broke, promises broke, even silence broke. He would sit on the floor with his notebook pressed to his chest, whispering small changes into existence just to survive. He once wrote, "Tonight, no one will shout." This story might be too long for a single video, so I was thinking of making a longer video based on just this story. And if you'd like me to make it, please consider subscribing and liking the video if you want more.
Shattered echoes fill my hollow chest. Every heartbeat feels like a protest. Your name still lingers like a ghost in the hall. I tried to